Hey guys, Heather here with Cincy Lit Sisters and Bookish in the 513. This is my deeper dive into my April reads. So let's get started. For the month of April, I read 12 books. I was one shy of my 10 goal last month, so I guess I overcompensated this month. But yeah, so the first book that I read in April was Blood and Betrayals by Jeanette Rose and Alexis Rune. This was a 3.75 star for me. I think that this book could be good, but there was just a lot. It was 1,000 pages. And when you have 1,000 pages, you expect a lot of backstory, but there was so much backstory. There was so much fluff that I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like it really took away from the story. And I really don't think that you started to get like the good parts until you were about halfway through. Honestly, if I was a DNFer, I probably would have DNF'd this because the first 500 pages were just so boring. So yeah. So that was, it's hard for me to say, guys. But yeah, so Blood and Betrayals by Jeanette Rose and Alexis Rune, 3.7 stars for me. The next book that I read, or the second book that I read, was The Wolf King by Lauren Powell Freeman. Guys, this was my first 6-star read for the year. Yeah, I know I only do 1 to 5, but this was a 6-star. I have been looking for a wolf shifter kind of fantasy book for a while, and I haven't been able to find one that just really checked all the boxes for me, but this one did. I have the second book and I'm trying to work it in for May, but we'll see. It just depends if it becomes available on Libby. But either way, I will be reading this within the next couple of months. But yeah, so this was 6 stars for me. If you like Wolf Shifter romantasy, check this one out. This was so good. So good. Okay. All right. So the next book that I read was Under One Roof by Ali Hazelwood. This was 4.5 stars for me. It was a really quick listen. It was 4 hours. But that was why I gave it 4.5 stars, because it was 4 hours. I wanted more. That's not her fault. That's just me. 100% me. I love Ali Hazelwood. I love STEM. I love the personalities that she puts into her characters. Ali Hazelwood. Yes. Okay. So Under One Roof by Ali Hazelwood, 4.5 stars. Okay, the next book that I read was In Time with You by Kristen Dwyer. Sorry, Kristen. Anywho, this book was a 4.25 stars for me. I need a little bit more spice in my romance. But I really liked the concept of this book, and I liked, In Time with You. Essentially what it is she can alter time by unraveling a blanket that she crochets. Yeah, I know it sounds weird. It was a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, but it was actually really good. I liked that concept. I liked that that she could change time, and so she does. But in reality, hindsight is 2020. And so it kind of, while she was devastated due to the loss of somebody, it kind of helped her view it a little bit differently. But yeah, sorry. I'm not going to go into a lot of details because I don't want to give anything away. So 4.25 stars for me. It was good. I just wanted a little bit more spice. Yeah. Okay. Number 5 was How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shaylee Thompson. So there were some serious parts in this book, and there were some hilarious parts in this book. But the rules that she lives by in this book, because she doesn't like, it's like she's a, I won't say obsessed with serial killers, but she has these rules that you're supposed to follow, right? And I am finding myself repeating those now. Like, it's pretty funny. This was a 5 star for me. Like I said, there were some parts that were hilarious. There were some parts where I was downright scared to death for these characters. Um, but this was actually really good. I am so surprised. I did not anticipate this being as good as it was. So 5 stars. Okay. All right. Number 6, which was a new release in April, was Rights of the Starling by Devney Perry. I started reading this the day that it came out. I loved the first one. This is my second six-star read for the year. I know, 2 6 stars in 1 month, but seriously, this was so good. I loved it. I Now I have to wait for the next one to come out, and I don't think there's an anticipated release date. So don't do that to yourself, but I do recommend, if you haven't read the first one, read it. It is, sorry, I'm trying to Shield of Sparrows is what the first one is called by Devney Perry, but this is actually Shield of Sparrows and Rights of the Starling are her first fantasy novels, and she does a great job, you guys. The spas is spassin, so that's a check mark. And then the fantasy part, the world she builds and how she's connecting everything together is, oh, chef's kiss. So check this one out if you haven't, and if you haven't read the first one, read that book, and then read this one, and then message me and tell me what you think. Okay. So number 7 was The Astral Library by Kate Quinn. This was a Bike Trail Books book talk, book club book for the month of April. This was 4 stars for me. I enjoyed it while I was reading it. However, I wanted more. It's literally about being able to walk inside books and getting to walk beside characters that you read, right? That you've read about. And there were so many books mentioned in this inside the book. I would have loved to have seen more of those worlds from the main character's perspective. I wanted so much more for this book. I had such high hopes, and I'm not going to say it fell short. I just think that it needed a little bit more. There were also some political views in there that I, like, that's fine if that's what you're doing, but I don't know. I just think there's a time and a place for that, and I just didn't feel like this was the place. So yeah. So 4 stars for me. Okay, so book number 8 for me was It Seemed Like a Good Idea by Lauren Blakely. You guys, she is quickly becoming one of my favorite authors. Just 4.75 stars for me. I just loved this. I love this book. I loved the characters. I loved the banter between the characters. I loved, this was like kind of, they meet, it was a chance meeting. And he ends up leaving her instead of actually going through with whatever, with their little tryst. And so the next time that they meet, he's actually a bodyguard for her. I can't give you all the details, guys. I just can't. I want to give you everything about this book. 4.75 stars. Lauren Blakely. She has like two more books coming out this year. I'm so excited. I can't wait. But anyway, uh check this one out. This is actually the first in this series that she's doing. So, yeah, check it out. All right, where are we at? We are at number 9. That, oh, this is okay. So, number 9 was The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. This was 5 stars for me. One of my favorite authors, hands down. I absolutely love her. She writes about um, like real life struggles, and she has a way, she just, in the real life struggles and the things that go on in everyday life, and brings two characters together. Um, and this book was good. Did it tear my heart out? Yes. Did I love every second of it? Yes. I love Abby Jimenez though so much. So this is actually book number 2 in this series. However, it's part of her series, but they're standalones. You don't have to read the first one first. You can just pick this one up and start it, and that's absolutely fine. So, yeah, check The Night We Met out by Abby Jimenez. And I was actually told that if you get the special indie edition, that the fireworks on the front, I don't know if you can tell, but they will actually glow in the dark. So that's cool, right? And the edges are sprayed. So you guys know how I am about sprayed edges. All right. So after that book, that everybody says that Abby, the stuff that she writes is a little bit dark. It can be. That one wasn't one of her darkest, but I went with dark romance with The Auction by Sadie Kincaid. And I'll be honest, what brought me into this book was the sprayed edges. I was at Joseph Beth. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this. But it's a gorgeous book. Gorgeous. This was 4.5 stars. I enjoyed this book. I really liked the dark romance part of it. I liked the smut, if you will. It was very spicy. Um, the story is actually really interesting to me. And it leaves you on a cliffhanger, which if you don't like cliffhangers, I'm sorry guys, but I have to tell you this was good. Like, I'm ready. I'm looking forward to the second book. I want to know what happens. I'm not going to give you any details that might deter you from this book. I recommend picking it up. And I know it's really hard. The first couple of chapters are really hard to get through just because it's an auction. That's all I'm going to say. It's an auction. It is very triggering and very hard to listen to, hard to read. However, push through. Please push through, because the FMC in this, she blossoms literally into this badass character that you will absolutely love. Check it out if you like dark romance. The Auction by Sadie Kincaid. 4.5 stars. All right. I'm about to lose this stack onto my dog. I don't want to do that. Okay, so the next book that I read, which was book number 11, was Rings of Fate by Melissa De La Cruz. Again, I got pulled in by these sprayed edges. I listened to this book. I'm an audiobook girly, for those of you who don't know that already. And the audiobook ruined this for me. This was 3 stars because of the audiobook. It's really hard to have an alpha or an alpha MMC and he talk like the narrator did in this audiobook. The female main character narrator, she was fantastic. However, the male, no, it just did not work for me. there were parts that made it really hard for me to believe that the MMC was as alpha as he was. Yeah. But here's the thing, the book itself is good. We just need a new MMC narrator. So, Melissa, if you could get on that for me, I'd appreciate it. 3 stars. Sorry. Okay, last but not least was No Matter What by Cara Bastone. Again, I don't know what it is about me, but I love to cry when I read a book, and she does it for me. I actually didn't cry on this one, so it wasn't as heavy as her previous ones, but this was actually really, really good. It was good. 4.75 stars. This was actually like, I feel like this was a good follow up from Rings of Fate. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, Cara takes tough situations and finds a way. In this case, the FMC and the MMC and the MMC's brother, who is also the FMC's best friend, were in an accident together. And it talks about how taking care of them after the accident kind of tore the FMC and the MMC's relationship apart. So this book takes place where when they decide or they start making choices to fix their marriage. And yeah, this was good. This gives me it was very hopeful. It gave me a lot of hope. It was feel good. There were some parts that didn't feel good, but this one, by the end, you feel really good about this. A lot of growth. And yeah, so, and there were some parts that were actually had me laughing out loud. Like she's scoping out what she thinks is going to be her husband's new apartment. And she gets pulled into an art class, and she meets all of these funny, fantastic, just great people. Just because she was stalking her her husband's new apartment. It was just really funny. Like the whole thing was good. So check this one out if you have not. Cara Bastone, again, she's like one of my go-to gals. So yeah, 4.75 stars. All right, so April was a very busy month for me. I read, like I said, 12 books. I'm really excited for May because I have quite a few on my list to read. So hopefully I can get through just as many. I have started to get a little bit tougher with my ratings just because I used to be like a 5-star for every book's a 5-star book, like but in all reality it probably wasn't. I was just being very nice. So I'm trying to be a little bit more constructive and save my 6 stars. I know I gave 2 out this month, but those books truly deserved it. And I hope to give out more 6 stars this year, but I'm going to be stingy with my rating. So just a heads up. Anyhow, I think that's it. Thank you guys for following, liking, and subscribing and watching our videos. And yeah, be on the lookout for some more stuff in the future. So thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I hope everybody has a fantastic May. I will be back for a May recap.